Okay, good evening, guys. So we'll start up the session with a new concept. Today's topic is statements, break statement, continuous statement, and past statements in loops. We'll go with statements. First, we'll go with break statement. So, what is a break statement? So, in Python, you can see my screen, right? Okay, fine. So, what is a break? So, we have in statements, in control statements, these are called as control statements. In control statements, we have three. First one, break. Second one, pass. Third one, continue. We can take up this three as three, then continue. Okay, these are the three control statements. Where do we use these control statements? What are these control statements? So control statements are nothing but which will controls the iteration or the flow of the script or execution. In a script, there will be a flow. To control that flow or to interrupt, to pass or to skip, these kind of operations will be performed by using these keywords in the loops. Let's say the break. We'll discuss about first break. What is a break? So the break is a keyword in Python which is used to bring the program control or the script control out of the loop. Let's say if you are iterating if you are iterating single character for 1,000 times, if you want to break the flow, the for loop will not stop, the iteration won't stop until those 1,000 characters will print on the console. It will not stop. But if you want to stop the interruption at the 500 or 400 characters, you can go with break keyword. You can use the statement break statement. The break statement breaks the loops one by one. In a simple form, if you ask me, in the case of nested loops, it breaks the inner loop first, then it proceeds to the outer loop. What is a inner loop and outer loop? Let's say I have a function. Uh, I have a function. In function, we'll have this is outer function. Okay, we have another function. Let's say we have another function, uh, this one as another function. Next we have one more function here. Let's say this is the name of the function, and open and close, and see here like this the function looks like. So here I have a print statement. Then after this, here I'm gonna have one more print. One second, guys. One second, guys. So here this is outer loop. The first one is called outer loop. Outer loop 1. Second one, this is outer loop 2. This is outer, actually inner, sorry. Inner loop 1. Inner loop 2. And okay, let me drag this a bit. So here this will be inner loop. Inner loop 3. Okay. So this function is inner loop 1. Okay, and this is inner loop 2. So if a break statements wants to break anything, if it wants to break at any point of view time, it will break first this loop, then this loop, then this loop, sorry, this loop, and then this loop. So here, what I mean to say is, it breaks the inner loop first, then proceeds to the outer loops. In other words, we can say that break is used to abort the current execution of the program, and the control goes to the next line after the loop. The break is commonly used in the cases where we need to break the loop for given condition. That's the main purpose of the loop. Let's say if the main purpose of the break statement is to interrupt the execution. Yeah, iteration. You can say iteration. Okay. Let's say, let me give you one simple syntax. The syntax is just break. That's it. If you use the keyword break, that's it. No need to give anything. I'll explain you with an example how the break statement works. Control statements. Control statements. First thing, let let me take a list. How does a list uh, enclose? What kind of brackets do we use? Anyone for the list? Exactly, square brackets. Let me have some values in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, this is my list. So here, first I want to print that list. Let's say I want to print run. If I run is nothing, so I want to print that list. So just list. That's it. It will The list will be printed on the console. Let's say I don't want to print entire list. I want to fetch each and every element from the list. For this, we'll go with for loop. For loop. Anywhere, let's say first we will fetch. There are 4 elements. Among 4 elements, we need to fetch one element from the list. Okay, one element from the list. Okay, so here we'll use one variable, that is I. Any variable, you can take even A, B, C, D, anything. The temporary variable should be, the temporary value should be stored in some temporary variable. For this, we're gonna need one variable. You know that, right? A variable holds the value, right? You know that, right? So right now I holds 1 in what? In list. In that list. Okay, in that list we're gonna take up. Next thing, so always for loop ends up with colon. Okay, now if that value, what is that value? I. That value, now I consists of 1. If that I value is equals to 4, if that I, now i's value is 1, if that I value is 4, it says, it should print let's say anything. Item got matched, or element got matched. Element got matched. Okay, this is the thing. Next, for this we need one variable, that is count. But we haven't seen any, we haven't taken any variables, so I will take one count variable as 1 now. Yeah, okay. This count plus 1, because the iteration needs to be done, right? Again and again, plus. Okay, count is equals to count plus 1, or else I can go with like this also. Same thing. How can I write? I can write as count is equals to count plus 1. Same thing, right? Both are same thing. First it will take first element, then it will add, then it will compare, then again. Say if the match is done, like 1 is equals to 4, 1 is equals to 4, it will take the first element. I is equals to initially 1, guys. First it will take the first element. Let me give you the logic. Then if it matches, I need that to get break, and I want to print that element as it is found at which position? Found at found at that count. Which position? That count position, I need to take it up. Okay, for this at location, what location? Or I'll say this location, some kind of location I got found. So now I will show you the how the flow works here. First, in for loop is now used to iterate. To iterate a statement or fetch the elements continuously, we will use the for loop. I. Now I is equals to initially 1. First it will take the first element from the list. Okay, I in list, as a statement says, I in list. This is the list. I in list in the sense first element in the list. Now the value of I is 1. Now it will comes into the loop inside that here. Now here it will be compares. It will compares 1 is equals to 4. Is it true? Is it true? 1 is equals to 4. Is that true? No, right? So it will not execute this. It will breaks and it will counts. It will not goes there and it will counts 1 plus 1. I is equals to 1, 1 plus 1, 2, right? Now the value is 2. Okay, so what is the second element? Second position. This is I is nothing but a position, guys. Okay, it has taken the second one. Generally it goes with 0. Okay, I is equals to 0 index, it will take the index value. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 is the index value. Now first initially it has taken I is equals to 0. Okay, what is the ith position's value, index value? Index value is 0. What is the value in that index 0? 1. 1 got compared, so it got failed, right? Now it will take 0 plus 1, right? Here count is 0 plus 1. It will now I will be 1. In the second iteration, 2 double is equals to, what is the element in the first index? 2. 2 is equals to 4. Is 2 is equals to 4? No, right? Again it fails, it will goes back here. It breaks and it will goes to now i's value is 2. Index value is 2. What is the index value? Index position, what is the value in that position? 2, right? Now 1 plus 1, 2. Now the 3 value is 3, 4. Is it matching? No. Again count. Again counts and goes back. Now the i's value is 3. Sorry. 3. Right? What is the ith index? Sorry. The 3 index value list of 3 is 4. Right? 4 is equals to 4. Yes, it is matching. Now it will print once it is matches. As I told you, if is just a conditional based, it will condition matches if it is matching or not. Yes, matching. The first this statement will get print and there is no count. Now the i's again 3 plus 1, that is 4. It will goes to fourth index value. Is there any fourth index value here? List of 4? No, because the length of the, sorry, the maximum index value of this list is 3. It cannot execute, so it will breaks the loop. Here the break statement will use. Okay, after once it is done, what is the count value now? What is the count value? Anyone? Okay, that is value. Okay, now if I run this program, it will says count. Okay, count. Okay, got it. Now it will print here. Element got matched, found at location 2. Why it is saying 2? I is equals to true. Anyone? 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 Why it is saying found at location 2? Why? No, not sharing the same location. No, because here we have given count as 1, right? Right? 1 plus 1. What is the value? 2, right? 2, right? Let's say if I have given 0 here, let's suppose it won't work, but if I give, it will comes here. If count is equal to 0, it founds at the location 0. Okay, let's say we have given the location as 2. So it's all upon, let's say we haven't given anything for the count. It says the count is not defined, so you have to define the counter. Let's say I have removed this count itself totally. Okay, I'm letting you know the type of errors and how the execution starts. That's the first thing, guys. Who anyone can write the script and explain you, but how to encounter the errors and how to build the logic is matters. Okay, if I run this, it says count is still, it says round. It says round. See, count instead of count, it's saying round. So we need to build up the logics to break it. We gonna use the count as the value. You can give any value to the count. Okay, even you can give 0 also. It will take up 0 and it will print it on the console. But actually, at which position is there? 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'll take it up to, sorry, initially it will be 0 count plus every element will be taken up and that will be printed on the console. So if I give a count as 2, so if I run this, the count the found at the location 3, index value 3. Okay, any doubts? I'll give you one more example. If you are getting confused, I'll give you one more example. So very simple example, not this much. Next, let's say I need let me take one simple a this is a string which is stored in this str variable. Okay, for I in str. Okay, if I double equals to wherever I found this o, I want that position. Okay, so for the string, that is a string, right? That's the reason I'm taking 0. If should ends up with colon. Whenever the found matches at this position, after finding, I need to break the iteration. Once it is done, I want to print that i's value. Okay, that I. Okay, I want to print that I wherever the location got found. So whenever that o occurs, after that it won't execute. It will break the execution, which means the comparison starts with, see, I'll show you the output first. See here, SESSI, there is no o. So wherever o occurs, the later statements will not get execute if you use the break statement. Are you getting, guys? Let's say after once uh, I comes, the next concurrent value should not be print after I. Let's see this. Run. See, yes, that's it. From I, because it found the I value in the first, it will fetch the yes, I is equals to yes. You know that, right? Do you want me to explain again? I stores yes first. Next, second, and it will compares s is it will compares as I is equals to double s is equals to, first it will take the first element I is equals to 0, the first element is 0, I is equals to yes, no it is false. Now it will take the second element as I is equals to 1, iteration guys, then I is equals to again yes, no it's not matching, it will go for the iteration. Okay, next I is equals to 2, it is going for the iteration. And what is the second, sorry yes, right here we have yes, sorry e, in the second index we have 0 1 2, in the I double equals again yes, no it's not matching, it will goes for the iteration. Then I is equals to 3, here I is, now i's value is I, no again yes sir, again yes, yes, is it matching, no, again iteration. Now the i's value will be 4, here I is equals to I, is it matching, yes it is matching. So it will, when the condition gets satisfies, it will breaks the statement. When the condition gets satisfies, it will breaks the statement. Okay, and at what location it got printed, after what, after yes e yes yes, so it will print those values, then it will terminates. That's the break statement. If I give something else, it will prints at the s position only. Okay, that's example for break statement. Any doubts guys about break? Any doubts? If you understand the break, the continue and pass are very easy. Okay, next one, continue. Yeah, yeah, tell me. Tell me. Tell me, what was the root? Hmm. Let's say I'm taking here J. Okay, here I'm taking J. Here I'm printing J. It is not specific. You can take anything. This is just a temporary variable. Even you can take just a storage location, storage name actually. ABC. See, I'm taking ABC. ABC. See here. So I want to store this. See, actually, this string is stored where, in str, right? This is very similar to, this session is like a song. Let's say we have a song, some song in your hard disk. Okay, in your hard disk. Okay, you have a song stored in this str. Here, one second, I'll show you. Here, str is equals to hard disk. Okay, session is equals to song. Let's say your song is stored in hard disk. If you open the folder, go to C drive, then open the folder, then go to that song. If you play the song will fetched from the hard disk and that will be transferred to where? To RAM, right? Right? The song will be transferred to song, because this HDD cannot play that song, right? For this reason, we need a temporary location to store the song, right? In the similar way, we need a temporary variable. Here ABC is, this ABC is a RAM. Here this RAM is a ABC. ABC is the RAM. Okay, you're getting. So if you want to fetch one element from the string, you need one temporary variable. That variable is ABC right now. No, it need not to be a I, it not need not to be a J, it's not mandatory. You can take any variable. Okay, you can print that. Here what we are doing, after certain number of iterations, we are interrupting the flow. That's it. We are cutting up the flow. That's it. For that, we are using the break statement. Okay. After it get matches, it should get interrupt. It should break the flow. It should not execute the rest of the. Uh, Let me show you that also. What will happen? See here. If I run this now, okay. What happened? Okay, str. Okay. Commenting. This is commenting. Okay. If you use the hash, that will be considered as the comment. Let's say I am not using this break. Okay. If I print the, there will be an indentation error. It says I. It just prints I. That's it. Nothing. Okay. Directly it will search for that element. S is matching no, E matching no, S is matching no, S is matching no, I is matching I. It will prints that. Here the advantage of break statement is it will execute the iteration until the condition gets satisfies. Here the condition is whatever the variable is considered here that needs to get matched. That's it. Okay. Any doubts? Anyone guys? Any doubts? Or else we'll continue to the next statement, that is continue. Okay. The continue statement is nothing but it is also very similar to break. It is also one of the control statements, and it is a written control of the iteration. When the beginning of the at the beginning of the loop, or it can be for loop, or it can be while loop, doesn't matters. The continue keyword return control of the iteration to the beginning of the code of the loop, or it can be a for loop, or it can be a while loop. All remaining lines of iterations of the loops are skipped by the continue keyword. So the later statements will be skipped, which returns the execution to the beginning of the next iteration of the loop. See, both while loop and for loop can leverage the continue statement. I'll give you one simple example for this. The syntax is just continue keyword. Direct keyword is continue. If you use the continue keyword, very similar to that break, the same thing will happen. Okay. I'll show you one simple example for this continue statement. Okay. Let me take for loop, um, some kind of any variable. I'm taking b as the variable. I'll take the range method to take the values from 10 to 21. I'll take 22 or okay, 220 or more. That's very high actually. So it will from ranges from 10 to 22. Now here we are looping from 10 to 21. The last element will not get printed because of the range is 22. It will take up to 21 only. It starts printing from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21, but not 22. If you use the range method, it will print from 10 to 21. Now if condition, if that b is equals to 15, let's say at 15 from 10 to 21, at point of 15 I want to continue. After 15 I want to continue, and I want to print that 15. Okay, for this I'll go with print. If I want to print 15, what should I do? I should give the variable name, that is b. Okay, are you getting guys? Right, see here. So can you see this 15 here from this output? Can you see 15 here? No, right? So what does this statement does in the sense, continue statement, it will skip that particular condition, then it will continue its execution. It will skips. Okay, continue is nothing but just a skip. Skip is just a skip. That's it. Okay. It will skips the current state execution or iteration. Okay. Simple. Very simple. Okay. Here, let's say and I am giving here and b is equals to uh, 20. If I give this statement, see what will happen. So again it is printing. So because it won't take double condition. Now 15 has been printed and 20 got printed. It's a single conditional statement. Okay. Let's say if I want to do for 20. Printed. Yes, it will skips that particular element on the console. It will not show up. It will not. You have to take condition again. Okay. See here one more. If b is equals to, that is for loop taking, because here in for loop we are taking only one variable. You have to take this second variable for this. Okay. Let's say for loop c in range, sorry, it will take the same range. This will work in the case of list, but here we are not taking the list. Here we are taking the range, because cumulatively we are taking not cumulatively, a continuous flow of integer values we are taking. So here we cannot apply double condition. We can apply only single condition for this continuous statement. You can add one more continuous statement if you want. Okay. Let's say I'll show you that why it won't work. If that b is double equals to um, 15, not 14, we'll get 14. Print, then that continue again, then come here and print that b. See here we have taken double condition here. See this, which what was the thing which you have taken? See here, 13 13 12 12 10 10 11 11 12 12 13 13 14 14 double times. You can see this because it has taken one element from the range. Again you are taking up the same. Again you are taking up the, one second. So it won't work actually. Double condition won't works for continue. Okay. You are getting right? Now if you execute this, you will get the same statement that will skips that 20. Or else if you want to skip that 11, you can skip it up. So here the continue is nothing but it will skips the execution. Simple term, simple words. Okay. Break will breaks the execution. It will not. See in the here, what is the difference between break and continue in the sense? See here, if I use the break here, see here what will happens. See, after let me take the same 15 because I don't want you to confuse. See here 10 11 12 13 14. After 15 it won't get printed. In the same way, if you the rest of the iterations won't get execute. But what if for continue? This continue will skips that iteration and it continues its execution. You got the difference, right? Between break and continue. Okay. Next thing will be pass. Next control statement, the last control statement is pass. So here pass is nothing but null statement. A null statement is known as the pass statement. See, in generally, we can use this pass statement as the placeholder when when we are not sure about what code to provide to the script. So we can have to place the pass on the that particular line. Pass may be used when we don't wish to any code to be execute. If you, let's say you don't want to execute that particular block of code, you can use the pass keyword. We can simply insert a pass keyword in the place where the empty code is prohibited, or you can say not allowed. So for this, we can use this in loops, functions, class definitions, or if else statements anywhere. The syntax is pass. That's it. Okay. Here, it's better if I give you a simple example for this pass keyword. Let's say again, I'll take one list. In this list, I'll have some elements. Mm, good. 5, 6. Sorry. Okay. This is the list. Okay. In this list, what I want to do, I want to uh, first I'll show you the execution. Then you'll come to know. Let me take one for loop. Then you can take any variable. Now I'm taking value as the variable name in this list. From this list, sorry, it should end up with colon. Okay. It will take the first element. Now the value consists of 1. Okay. Now here I'll use the keyword pass. That's it. Oh, before passing, condition needs to be given. If that value is, if that value has what, let's say 5. If that value has 5, then what I want to do, I want to pass it. So what will happen? Leaves an empty if block using the pass keyword. Else, this will else print, this will print what, um, let's say that keyword is not reached, or you can say um, not reached that keyword, or you can say that 5 number. And what is that number? Value is the number. I want to print this. So what will happen? We'll see this. Not reached number 5. It has compared in first. Yes. Is it reached? No. For the second, is it reached? Is it matching? No, it's not matching. Good. It's not matching. Fifth, not reached. Number 5 got reached, but it was not printed. It was not printed. What will happen here? It will print. It will match us with all the items in the list. But the small difference between continue and pass is it will returns nothing here. It will returns nothing. That condition will be returns nothing here. But rest of the all the things will be get executes. Okay. In simple words, I'll tell you what is the main difference between continue to the pass. So the simple difference is uh, it mostly the continue statement. The continue statement, it will, the continuous statement is mostly utilized within the loops condition. We have a loop, right? Under the loop we're gonna use. But whereas pass, during the compile stage, while compiling the program, we use the compile is nothing but here. While executing the program script, we will use the pass keyword. Generally, the pass keyword is used when that particular code is syntaxically correct. This syntaxically correct, but we don't want that code to be get executed on the console. That time we'll use pass keyword, and I want the others to be get compared in the placeholder. You are getting? That's a very simple, very minor. And what this continue statements does in the sense, this will takes the control back of the iteration from the starting of the loop. This continue will take the this continue will take the control of the whole script from the starting. But whereas this pass does nothing, as I told you, this is null, so it will not care about that condition only. Okay, any doubts guys as of now? Any doubts? Anyone? If not, we will wind up this session guys.